What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another unboxing video for you guys. So we've got this box up here, and then we have, get ready for it. Before you get completely ready for it, let me just preface that you guys know how much of an Apple fanboy I am, essentially. And with that being said, you already probably know what I'm about to show you because it just got unveiled and released last week. And it is the Apple Watch Series 6. So we're gonna set this off to the side right now, and then we'll do the unboxing and then a setup. But what do we have in here? So I have a pretty active lifestyle, and some of the times, let's just undo this real quick. I don't know why that they decided, whoever invented this tape with these strings in it, cool and all, but sometimes it's just a little much, and it feels like I'm just flossing my skin as I'm breaking through it. But anyways, so yeah, there we go. Come on, one more. There we go. All right, yeah, look at this. Like that's just not good. All right, so we're kind of in the box. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the sound of this odd tape, is that maintaining a healthy lifestyle or an active lifestyle is good and all, but you need to make sure that you are staying hydrated for one, eating right. You know, you can have cheat days here and there, which I absolutely do. But hydration is sometimes a little bit of an issue. And so these things have been out for a while now. The Smart water bottle. And I don't even know why I'm actually showing you guys that I bought one of these, but it did come. I got it through Apple, works with Apple Health. So just to kind of push everything into, you know, basically one app, so that way I can track everything. This to me just kind of made sense to do. So what we'll do is we'll do a quick setup on this as well. Essentially, we'll just sync it real quick. But yeah, so the Hidrate Spark 3 water bottle. This one is in the black and then red edition. They've got like a blue-green edition and then one other color as well. This one, you know, I like this one. It's more of a not so in-your-face color. But anyways, as we look at the side of the box, minus, you know, this side and this side and then this side, so syncs up using the hydration app on your phone, which is going to be the Hydrate app would be my guess. Yep. And then tracks your water intake and syncs with your fitness trackers. Again, great feature. And then when you do need a drink, it'll go from this to this. Again, from this to this, which I think is a pretty cool feature. I've always considered it kind of a gimmick, but again, like sometimes in a very fast-paced world, like you are constantly on the move and maybe you're like, uh-oh, you know, I haven't drank any water for a few hours, you know, this is going to kind of take care of that. And then on here it says it's an extended battery life, no charging, long-lasting replaceable battery. And now that I'm looking at this, it says that it's compatible with the Apple Watch Series 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully it works also with the 6. I don't see why it wouldn't. And then as we move to the back, it just gives you a few of the app features. Recommended daily goal, hydration history, fun notifications. Don't know what that says. Maybe it's like, hey, you're like a fish today, you drank so much water, or you know, you're about to be a raisin because you've had 0. You can keep an eye on friends. I guess you can share your whether or not you're staying hydrated with your friends. That's kind of a weird one. Let's see, Apple Watch health integration, and then find your bottle location. So My guess is, from what I remember reading about this, it essentially like triggers where it last synced up with your phone, and then it'll ping that location when you're trying to find it. So let's actually open this thing and see what we have in here. One day we'll get there. Wow, this tape. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. All right. So inside, as soon as we open it, we've got a couple little things in here. Kind of gives you what you get inside the packaging. And then you also get a message from Hidrate that says that they hope that you love your new Hidrate Spark 3. But inside of here, we should be seeing a lid, soft grip body, a sensor stick, which is this whole thing in there, a finger loop, battery, and then the bottom ring. So I guess we'll see what all that is in just a moment. All right, and that's it. So kind of a pretty tall bottle overall, but here it is. Like this thing is pretty cool. Let's pop it open. Did you guys hear that? I like that. Anyways, so you know, if you need to fill up your bottle, you'll just twist it off, and then I'm guessing. Okay, product is hand wash only. Big thing. Like, don't make the mistake of putting this in the dishwasher. I figured that that's what it was going to be, but we're going to go ahead and take off this cover, and it just screws infinitely. It seems like. All right, there we go. Okay, so then you have your battery down there. Your battery's in here, as well as your little finger loop, and then finally you have your measuring stick. Yeah, let's get this thing. Let's get this thing going. I hope it pulses immediately, saying, "Yeah, you haven't drank any water." Okay, so pretty thick battery. I don't know what this is exactly. It's a CR2477H. So you just go ahead and just insert it down into there. Okay, here we go. There it is. So we know it's working. We know it's working. So in this part that you're watching right now, I'm going through the steps on how to sync the bottle up to the app and get all that connected properly. But we all came here to see one thing, and that was the Apple Watch Series 6 unboxing. So I'm actually going to just make another video on the setup of the Hidrate Spark 3, and let's just go straight into the Apple Watch Series 6 unboxing. The Apple Watch Series 6. All right, so why did I buy this? Well, this is why. So way back, oh, my table's moving. So when the Series 2 first came out, I decided to buy one of those. However, shortly after that, you know, I had an accident with this. So let's get started unboxing this thing. All right, so you guys know how much that I love unboxing these. Tells you to pull. Oh yes, look at that. And it just keeps, oh, stop. Apple, hello? What have you done? What is this? Oh, okay. So you just kind of feather it off to the side a little bit and then peel that away. So not the usual like hard plastic that they're usually using on their products. That one was definitely flimsy plastic. And then from here, as you can see these two little circles, it looks like what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up and out. Oh. And then continue doing this. All right, so here it is so far. This is a really cool design. I remember the first one basically just being in a box. Everything was kind of just kind of inside of it. We just kind of slid it out, at least from what I remember. But this is kind of a nice design package. Again, flimsy. It's not Apple like hardened cardboard like we're used to until we get to the actual boxes itself, and mainly just this one. So we've got our watch band in here, and the actual watch is going to be in here. All right, so let's get into this so that way we can talk about it a little bit, get it set up, and let's be amazed. That's just good packaging right here. Look at this. Here, I'll turn it so that way you guys can see. Like, I don't know what this is exactly. Oh, it's like cardboard. So there are two different sizes, and it's annotated right here which size that you got. So it's 40 millimeter and then 44 millimeter sizes. And then inside of here, you have your charging cable, kind of the stuff that you need to do as far as like instructions. Open your band box, follow the step, put your Apple Watch, put on your Apple Watch, press it, hold it on, open the Apple Watch app on your device, set up device, and then to charge is with this. So same thing that they've been using, just a magnetic cable that attaches to the back of it, and we will try and figure out how to get this out exactly. Okay, there we go. So it just folds over like so. And then from here, you should be able to just kind of pull this guy out. Okay, cool. So now that that's out, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it into a USB port over on the side, so that way we can get it charged up and whatnot while we set up the app. And then we'll go ahead and remove this from here, set it off to the side. Go ahead. What am I doing? Got things all over the place now. And again, it's annotated what size that you got down here on the bottom of the band packaging, and then what band that you got. So I just went with the standard black sport band, and then also the space gray aluminum case. There's tons and tons of different options that you can basically customize your own watch for. So this should, there we go, should just pull out like so. And again, it says Apple Watch right there. So again, more instructions, basically just telling you how to attach the band. And yeah, we'll walk through those steps as soon as we take this out. So you have a small, medium. So this is nice that they already give you two of them. So small, medium, and then a medium, large band, and then the clasp piece itself is just one size. So that's cool that they give that addition. That was not offered. Oh, well, I don't even know why that they have it on there, but I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and push this watch face out of here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so side specific. Okay, so that's already locked into place now. And then we will measure up to see which band that I had before. Okay, so I used the medium large. So we'll pull the medium large one out and then insert it on this side as well. And it just clicks in. And then from here, all you do is put it on, and the watch itself is already turning on. All right, so this is telling me a bunch of stuff in a lot of different languages right now, which I'm thinking is just saying pair Apple Watch, use your phone to pair Apple Watch, or something on those lines, as you can see right up here. So we're gonna set this stuff off to the side for right now and go ahead, put this on the charging cable like so. Doop. And then it'll show you that it's charging. Oh, so long, Apple Watch 2. Yeah. It's already broke, so you know, whatever. Alright, so as soon as I unlock my phone, it says Apple Watch. Use your iPhone to set up this Apple Watch. And so we're going to go ahead and press continue. And then I will be, now they have it where you can set up watches for your family members. So if you have kids or something like that, you want to set it up if they have cell data on it and like you just want them to use this and not actually have a phone, you can do that. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and say set up for myself, and then it says to scan this code, and my watch has been paired. And then I'm going to go ahead and do set up as a new Apple Watch, or you can do it from a backup. On which wrist? Wow, why can I'm sorry. Why can I not speak today? So I wear it on my left wrist. So we'll go ahead and click on left. And then from there, it'll do its thing, connecting your Apple Watch. This may take a moment. So I'll wait until this gets done. And then I'll see you then. All right, now that we're done letting that connect to it, we have our terms and conditions. We'll agree. If you disagree, you probably won't be able to use your watch. Now it's doing a sign into the account, which shouldn't take too long. Okay, so now we have watch analytics. It's basically using your data from your watch and shares with Apple. We're going to click on don't share. Shared settings, find my iPhone, Siri, blah, blah, blah. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm bringing you guys in closer so you can actually see what's going on both screens. All right, so from here, you can go ahead and adjust different text sizes. And as you can see, as you're clicking through these, it is doing it in real time. We're just going to leave it at its default. And then we'll go ahead and press continue. Create a passcode. Put on there, don't add passcode for right now. Blood oxygen. So we'll get into this here in a second, but this is a new feature. So we are going to go ahead and enable that. And then go ahead and let this thing update itself. SOS, clock faces, and then install all available apps, or choose later. We'll go ahead and install all. So this is going to take a little bit. So once this is finished, we'll get back to finishing the setup. All right, so the watch is now ready. And on the phone it says, hey, welcome to Apple Watch. You know, you can adjust settings, blah, 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 Apple Watch apps, face gallery. So we'll just go in there. So then you get all these different things, all your apps and whatnot. And then you can go in there at any point and adjust your settings for your watch. So on here it says, hey, your watch is ready to use. So go ahead and press the crown dial. So we'll do that. And then we get that nice sound. And then here it is. Here is the Series 6 watch. This looks so much different than the Series 2, and I love it. I love it. So again, like, yeah, we'll be able to kind of go through a few of the things on here. One of the things I want to talk about, so price really differs on what you're getting. So again, like I said before, this thing comes in two sizes, the 44, which we have here, millimeter, and then the 40 millimeter. Whoa, sorry. And then the 40 millimeter, which is, 4 millimeters difference, is pretty minute, but depending on your wrist size and everything else, that may be the option that you want to go with. And then in terms of price, the 40 millimeter starts at $399, and then the 44 millimeter starts at $429, but that's with GPS only. If you want cellular connection, it's going to add another $100, so $499 for the 40 mil or $529 for the 44 mil. And then like we kind of mentioned before, as we were tapping through getting this thing set up, was the blood oxygen level. So that is the biggest new feature. Oh shoot, my bottle just told me to hydrate. It says when is water boiling? Jeez, I really cannot talk today. says, hydrate. When is water boiling? When indeed is water water? How to cook a wolf. That's the fun fact that's on here. I don't get that at all. So anyways, we'll go ahead and dismiss this thing. And so anyways, as we were talking about before Hydrate decided to tell me that I needed to drink some water. The blood oxygen level, great for just trying to figure out your overall health, especially one of the biggest things are probably going to be if you're doing higher elevation, like if you're traveling to, say, go do a hike or something like that, you're doing any type of mountaineering and stuff like that, you may see some diminished blood O2 levels until you're acclimated to that region. But anyways, so yeah, it'll read it via some dots back here, red ones, for the blood O2. It takes roughly about 15 seconds for you to get that reading. So I'm going to see if I can find this really quick and get this demonstrated. Let's see. I have no idea where to even find this. I think I did. Okay. All right. So if you're trying to find blood O2, you're looking for this icon right here. So what we're going to do is you can click on it, you can tap on it. So once you're ready to take the measurement, you want to make sure that it gives you some tips on how to do it. You don't want your watch down here. You don't want it, up on your hand. You want it like right where you're wearing your wrist. And then you want it snug, but also comfortable. Keep your watch facing up and try not to move, resting your wrist on a table. So here's what we're going to do real quick is, again, we're going to put this watch on. Okay, snug, but also comfortable. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to try this all over again. So we'll dismiss and let's put it on. Let's see what we're doing. So I can see the red lights from underneath. This is one thing, I don't know if like talking actually messes this thing up or not, but we will see. Okay, cool. So all done. So 96% VO2 rating. And if you want to, you can go in here and take a look at it. Most people have a blood oxygen level of 85 to 100%, and it can vary throughout the day. If you really want to know a lot about it, it says that it's known. It represents the percentage of the hemoglobin in your red blood cells that carry oxygen. So you definitely want it in that 95 to 100% range, or else your body's not at its peak performance as far as like delivering oxygen throughout your body. So anyways, enough science today. We already did our science experiment over here, and now I'm over here talking to you about hemoglobin. The watch itself feels really, really comfortable. It's not sliding around. It does feel snug, just how I remember it. So a couple of differences. I know like there hasn't been a whole lot that's changed from the 5 to the 6. So essentially like one of the main differences as far as like the screen goes, the resolution is the same, the brightness is the same, but when it's in the always on mode, when you're outdoors, it's actually 2.5 times brighter than the Series 5 was. Again, I don't know why they don't like put that nit number, that that brightness rating inside of the details. It just says 1,000 nits. If you guys know what nits are, like I truly don't really know, minus the fact that it's just a level of brightness. And then also, if you Google nits, because I like to do my thorough research before doing one of these videos. It's also a type of head lice. So yeah, real interesting word. So you can have level of brightness, or you may have head lice, depending on who you're talking to. One of the other things is like an always-on altimeter, constantly tracking your elevation. Again, like that BO2 sensing is also going to come into play for that. So like if you're doing 1,000 or 10,000 feet worth of elevation in a day, you may see that diminished BO2, which, again, is going to be tracked constantly, so that way you can kind of maintain that awareness. And then in Apple fashion, they came out with a couple new colors. The most noteworthy was the product red watch face, or not watch face, but body. And then also they came out with like a navy blue body as well. And then a few different bands. So they have a new like braided band. And then there's the solo loop, which is kind of like this, except for it's more like a bracelet. You can slip on and off and you're not having to adjust it, but it comes in a lot of different sizes. So make sure you get the right one. So that way you're not just buying all these solo loops. One of the other things is just as far as watch faces, they usually announce new watch faces when they release a new watch. So they have kept up with tradition with that. And then one of the things that they did, which has kind of been an on again, off again type deal, is they remove ceramic as one of the material choices that you can do. So now you're just looking at aluminum, stainless steel, and titanium. Again, no ceramic this year. It came back for the Series 5. It was gone for the 4, but it first was introduced for the 2 way back when. So, you may be seeing that next year or the year after. It depends on, what they're doing with the ceramic stuff, or, we may eventually just never see it again or see it all the time. That's really up to Apple, and I don't work for them, so I can't tell them to just stick with one thing and just please leave it. So that way you always know, like, if you're going to be able to get the word vomit. So that way, before the watch even gets completely released, like, hey, this is the type of material that I like. Say you have the ceramic and the Series 5 and you thought you were going to be able to get it in the 6. Well, that's kind of a shame that they're like just wishy-washy on materials. And a couple other notable features. So they, as with pretty much every electronic generation as it goes along, getting a new processor that's improved by roughly about 20% is what Apple's claiming from the Series 5 to the Series 6. And then charging time has gone down pretty dramatically. So it takes 1.5 hours to go from 0 to 100%. Which is awesome. And then you get 18 hours of battery life. The battery life itself hasn't changed since Series 5 to now, but 18 hours really isn't that bad. And then also, instead of only supporting 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, they've now implemented the dual band, so you get 2.4 gigahertz as well as 5 gigahertz, so that way you're able to just basically blast a ton of data into it at one time. And then also, it's the U1 ultra wideband. I'm reading my notes over here, so that way I'm getting this right. The U1 ultra wideband chip. And essentially what that does is it's a positioning and like spatial awareness chip that can like see where other things are in the room that it can interact with. So one thing that we've seen this with is like the Apple Car Key. So, you use your phone as a car key, so that could be implemented into the watch. So say if you're going on a run or a hike or something like that, guess what? If you don't need your phone, like just literally leave everything that you don't need in the car anymore, lock it up, and then boom, like, you just have your watch, which leads me to the next point. Like, you're like, well, what if I like to listen to music on my run? So, back in the Series 2, they implemented where you could download music. I think that that's still the case here, but you do get 32 gigs of storage on the watch itself. So, connecting your Bluetooth headphones and then having whatever playlist that you want or playlists that you may want, just go ahead and download all that music straight to the watch. Or if you have the cell version, then I believe that you can stream that onto using cell data. So again, really good feature if they can make this just a key for cars, and who knows what other implementations like with that technology that they can do. That's just one very, very simple example of what that could entail in the future. Okay, so some things that haven't changed at all from the Series 5 to the Series 6 is your waterproof rating. It's still rated at 50 meters. The resolution of the screen is still the same. If you want the number on that, it's 368 by 448. And for that resolution, as with the Series 5, it is a always on Retina display. So no matter, but that was probably one of my biggest complaints before they did the always on is, you want to just glance real quick, but you gotta flick your wrist to turn the watch on. So I'm glad that they haven't gotten rid of that feature and then still are able to keep that battery life up. One of the last things that we'll talk about as far as like kind of the introduction of the Series 6, I'm not gonna lie, this is like, I can't stop looking at it. It's pretty nice. The color, the layout, everything about it is just it's exceptional build quality. It feels great. Comfortability is fantastic. It's what you're expecting from Apple. Good job, Apple. Anyways, so alongside when the Series 6 was unveiled, was also the Watch SE. And then they're also continuing with the Series 3 watch as well. So those are just basically getting your entry levels. The 3 starts at $199, and then the SE, I believe it was $279 for the price on that. So, depending on what your budget is, like Apple wants you to be using their products and like basically like connecting all your products together for that healthy and active lifestyle that they are continually promoting. So I think that's pretty awesome that they're keeping all those price points. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's going to wrap this thing up. Like I said before, this thing does have the Series 6 compared to the Series 5 does have some good new notable features on it. Again, that brighter display, always on display. And then also the BO2, that blood oxygen sensor in here as well. And then the always on altimeter tracking. So all those features really do kind of combine and like help it really make it like an activity and like physically active watch interface. So I love everything about this. Again, like I said, just momentarily ago, like everything about this is just like super nice build quality. You may want to get a screen protector if you have a habit such as myself with like running into walls or stuff like that, so that way you're not cracking the screen. But otherwise, everything feels nice. Everything's really secure. Like these aren't really going to be going anywhere like your bands or anything like that. But yeah, so would I recommend this if you're just updating or upgrading? If you're having issues, like I did. Oh, I think we're about to need to hydrate again. But yeah, if your watch is broken and you loved your watch before it was broken, I wouldn't pay to go get that thing fixed. At least a few years ago, it was about $150 to get it fixed. So why not put that towards getting the newer watch and getting the newer features that could potentially just make your overall healthy lifestyle that much better. Would I just buy it in general if you're looking at smartwatches? I mean, you guys know my answer. I've already told you. Like, I'm an Apple fanboy. Of course I want to promote this product. No, I absolutely love this thing. Again, like I said before, like I had the Series 2 and absolutely loved everything about it. It made everything super easy throughout the day. You get your messages right on the screen, which you can do with other smartwatches, but it never feels as fluid. Maybe there's a delay or something like that. So I definitely recommend, I absolutely recommend the Series 6. And if you heard that chime, that was our first text message coming in. One of my buddies, just seeing what's up. Yeah. And then also you can It gives you sound. If you don't know a whole lot about these, gives you sound, and then also haptic feedback with your messages. And then you also have your do not disturb mode. So that way, if you're sitting in a meeting, sitting in class, or what have you, so that way you're making sure that this thing is quiet, but you're also getting your notifications as well in a discreet manner. But anyways, so that's going to wrap it up for this. We'll take one last look at the watch face of the Apple Watch Series 6. If you guys have already had your hands on these, let me know about your experience in the comments below. If you have any questions about these, just let me know, and I'll get back to it as soon as I possibly can and give you the answer that you're looking for. Other than that, that's going to take care of this, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.